So, are you using your LinkedIn headline to your best advantage? After all, the headline is the first thing that prospective employers or customers see when they check out your page. So, it's your first opportunity to stand out on LinkedIn. I've helped many professionals to craft their LinkedIn profiles and to build their credibility. I've learned a lot in the process. Here are my top 3 do's and my top 3 don'ts for writing your headline. Let's start with what you should do. Firstly, focus on stickiness. Aim to keep readers attached to your page and reading on. Craft your message in a way that makes it memorable. This means that your name will stick in the reader's mind long term. The simplest way to do this is to create a tagline which is quirky, clever, or vibrant. The sort of line that people will remember years after they first read it. For example, I grew up in a small country town, and once a year we'd drive to the big smoke and we'd stay with friends. Approaching the friend's house, we passed by a smash repair shop, which proudly promoted its tagline across an entire wall. "You smash 'em, we fix 'em," it said. Now, not only do I remember that line over 40 years later, but this garage was the first place that came to mind when I'd moved to Sydney and I needed to have my car repaired. Okay, so this is an old experience which predated the internet. However, it sure demonstrates the power of a sticky tagline. Secondly, use your headline to promote your wow factor. This is your unique talent, skill, or attribute. It's what makes you attractive to potential employers or customers. For example, a dentist's wow factor might be that she's the first specialist in pain-free dentistry in Australia. To find your wow factor, think about what you do better than anyone else in your organisation or profession. Consider how that adds value to potential employers or customers. If you can express your wow factor as a benefit to your reader, it will certainly stick in their minds. And finally, remember that impactful headlines are short. Limit yourself to 7 words or less. This makes it easier for readers to remember you, and that, of course, increases the chances they'll pick up the phone and invite you for an interview or a quote. If you keep these 3 rules in mind, you'll vastly improve the quality of your LinkedIn headline straight away. But before we get started, let's quickly explore 3 things you should avoid doing on your profile page. So firstly, don't limit your headline to your current job title. This is a guaranteed way to sound boring and staid. Instead, appropriately create some words that are going to describe you in a different way. Use descriptive words like adverbs or adjectives as a way to do this. If you can't remember what adverbs and adjectives are, don't worry. I give you cheat sheets full of them in my online program, Stand Out on LinkedIn. Secondly, avoid cliches and buzzwords like the plague. Okay, so I just broke that rule. And in doing so, I missed an opportunity to make my message memorable. If I'd said, avoid cliches and buzzwords like you avoid your ex, it's much more likely that I'd connect with you at an emotional level. And connecting emotionally means making an impression on your readers. Finally, remember this. Never leave your headline blank. That's like publishing a book with no title. Who's going to read it? Always include a headline and make it one that inspires your page viewers to read more. So, there you have it. 6 ways that you can improve the impact of your LinkedIn headline immediately. If you'd like more tips and advice, feel free to get in touch. And meanwhile, here's to your success.